All right, tonight's video, subtle emotion for courage, is invincible. And I mean, I can conceptualize why this would be in the courage energy pretty easy. I mean, you're invincible, you can handle stuff, meaning there's some sort of challenge or danger or fear. But I honestly don't have any reference to a time I felt invincible. Trying to come up with one right now, even. Well, what just came to me right now, I mean, maybe that's what this feeling is. I've never really thought about it because it almost feels egotistical to say I felt invincible. But there was this time when I was a young father in my early 20s, and I was a computer engineer, and I was paying a lot of money for my son to go to a private school. And I've never really enjoyed like middle class America. It's not my thing. But my wife at the time, she was really into it. So she wanted to go to like school functions, meet other parents, stuff I didn't really vibe with. But I still, I'm a dad, so didn't want to be a dick. And I would go. And I remember my wife at the time, she introduced me to these parents. They seemed cool enough. I didn't really click with them, but there was a wife and husband, obviously, and the husband was a firefighter. And I went to shake his hand, and he like purposely crushed my hand, which I felt was disrespectful. Like you can shake a man's hand firmly without trying to overcompensate. And it pissed me off in the moment. I let it go, like whatever. And then for whatever reason, I started lifting weights. I really enjoyed it. It's just an aside. I was working like 12, 16-hour days. I'd start my day off going to the gym, like 6 a.m. and lifting weights. And then I got to the point after about 6 months, because I loved it so much that I was going twice a day. I was taking supplements, and I was gaining muscle pretty quick, and I was doing a lot of forearm exercises because the forearms are small muscles, so you can do them every day. They repair quickly, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Like, gave me a lot of pleasure. And picking up my son at school one day, and I met the guy again, the dad from earlier, the firefighter. I went to shake his hand, and I actually completely forgotten about the previous handshaking incident that pissed me off. And he shook my hand, and he started to try to crush it again. And this time, I had so much forearm strength, like I just instinctively felt him like really trying to clamp down. And to me, it felt like I was being belittled. And in that moment, I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to play this game, fine. And I gripped his hand, and I could actually feel him submit because my wrist strength was so strong, my forearm strength was so strong, and I sat there and I held it. And in that moment, I did feel invincible because it was like, all right, you want to play games? Here you go, bro. Here's a game for you, which feels a little bit more like pride, but um, there was also that aspect of just like, oh, this guy can't touch me. I'm stronger than him. So I don't know if that's really in that same energy, but that's what just came to me. I did feel, I did feel pride, like don't fuck with me. But then there was something beyond that. It's because I had did something I didn't think I was capable of doing because this guy was so strong just that first time I met him compared to where I was at that time. So that's today's subtle emotion for courage, invincible.